Hello, here's a quick tutorial on how to play Miss Trudy by Gorky's Zygotic Mynci. So the majority of this song is in the key of C major. That's all of the white notes. This isn't a music theory lesson as such, but what I want to do before we move on is just talk to you about an important difference between three types of chord. And these are our 7 chords. Okay? In simple terms, there are 3 different types of 7 chord. There's a 7 chord, C7, D7. There's a major 7 chord, C major 7, like we're going to use in this piece. And then there's a minor 7 chord. Okay? And the difference is this. Let's start with our 7 chord. This is the one you're going to see most often. And what we do there, let's do this in G. So we'll take our G chord, G, B, and D. To make our 7 chord, we're going to count 7 notes up the G major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to make it flattened. Wherever it is, you're going to make it 1 note to the left. Now, the easy way to remember this and find it on the piano is to take your regular root position chord and just drop your root note in root position, that's going to be your thumb, down 2 semitones, 2 half steps. And that, along with your bass note, which is the same as the chord, will give you your 7 chord. Now, our minor 7 chord, we're going to use D minor 7. D minor 7 chord, a minor 7 chord is the same as a 7 chord, but the chord is minor. The minor refers to the chord. So the 7 we find in exactly the same way. Just drop that 2 semitones, 2 half steps down, and along with our root note, our bass note, we get our minor 7 chord. Now this works wherever your chord is positioned, whichever inversion your D minor chord might be in. As long as you remember, you're not always moving your thumb, you're always moving the D. Okay? In this piece, we shall use D minor here. It's the first inversion. Take the D from the bottom, put it on the top. Okay? So what we're going to do is drop our pinky and either use your pinky or the next finger to make this chord. Okay? And now the last chord we're going to talk about, our first chord, is the major 7 chord. Now this is the one that's a little tricksy to remember because the major refers to the 7, not necessarily to the chord. So for instance, in the key of C, that's the one we're going to use, you're just going to count 7 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up the major scale. And we're not going to flatten it. It's in the major scale, C major 7. Okay? We're going to use our C chord in first inversion. So take the C from the bottom, put it on the top, and then we're just going to take our B, and there's your first chord. Okay, those 3 chords are going to get through quite a lot of the song, so let's talk about the rhythm. So before we get cracking on the rhythm, let's just recap those 3 positions. We've got C major 7, C, E, G, B. Just like that. Don't need the C in your right hand because your left hand is playing it. Same goes for D minor 7. Okay, so that's a nice change. Just shove everything to the right. Okay, now our G7 chord is going to be G and B and F. Okay. That chord can have a D in it, but actually, for reasons we won't go into, it's not essential and we don't want it for this piece. So we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now this is the tricksy part of this verse, is that we don't always have the same amount of time on the C. We've got a 2 measure section, and then the second time around, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In verse 1, it goes like A, B, A, and then when the verse comes back, it's just A, and then at the end, it's A and B. But we'll talk more about the structure at the end. Now our rhythm, broken up into 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I want you to think of your hands as bongos. No, think of the piano as bongos, and our rhythm will go both left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Both left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 only after 2 beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Try that again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And in the second half of that first verse, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, that is your verses. So our little kind of pre-chorus bridge section, it's not in the key of C. It's kind of what contributes to that clashing, really shocking sound. We're going to use 3 completely unrelated chords. F sharp minor, F sharp, A, C sharp. And G sharp minor, G sharp, B, D sharp. Now those 2 chords are adjacent, they don't share any notes, and they're both in root position. F, A, C, F sharp, A, C sharp, G, B, D, G sharp, B, D sharp. So we can just move upwards like that. Our third chord in this little pre-chorus is C sharp minor. C sharp minor has C sharp, E, and G sharp. Now, if we go back to our chord here, G sharp, B, and D sharp, realise that G sharp I was just playing up here, we're already playing it down here. So simple move, we're going to just expand our hand upwards a little bit, so we end up with C sharp, E, and G sharp. Okay, so that will give us F sharp minor, G sharp minor, C sharp. Okay, and in order to recreate that kind of driving guitar, I think it's probably best to pick up something like 1, 2, 4. Yeah? Have a little play around with that, see how you get on. So I guess, like I said, we'll talk about the structure at the end, but we've now got an intro and a verse and a pre-chorus. So the last thing we need to talk about is the chorus. A minor. So 3 chords in this: A minor, G, and D minor. And unusually, rather than kind of using this little hack for getting around from one chord to the other, they're all going to be in our root position, which is great because it makes them really easy to find. You can get your thumb on that root note, A, G, or D, and just find a very simple skip one, play one, skip one, play one chord. Okay, so 2, 4, 3, 4. Okay. Now, since this is so simple, let's just jazz it up. We can hear. Doing there is putting in what we call a chromatic link down here. It's literally all we can do to make that rhythm with these notes. And then to make that same rhythm again, you're just going to walk down those white notes to give us our D minor. Last time. So I'm going to put the structure on the screen so you can have a look at this. Most importantly, if you're watching this, you probably know this song. So what I want you to do is take what we've learned about the chord changes and the hand positions and just listen and see if you can feel your way around those changes as they go with the lyrics. Most important thing to watch out for is that verse is a different length every time. The first time we've got it's kind of like an A, B, A. We do 2 measures of C, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we do 1 measure of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we do 2 measures of C again. When those chords come back for the guitar solo, helpfully, I believe there's some counting underneath, which every time we do that, we've got 2 measures of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. And that happens 4 times. And then when the verse returns at the end, we have only got the A followed by B. Okay, little complicated, little kind of couple of twists in there to catch you out, but I'm sure you can handle it. Have fun.